Hi, my name is Kelly and this is my vlog. I'm making this video to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up on the island of Guam, a very small island in the Pacific.
Come from a really big family. I have 3 siblings, but my dad, he comes from a family of 11, and so I have a really big extended family. And growing up, we had, a family get-together was, 40 plus people. So it was never a small occasion, and I would say there was probably never less than 10 dishes. That's not even including dessert. It was always a big production, and some of the favorite memories I have growing up is being with my aunts and uncles, especially my grandfather, in the kitchen. He was a great cook, and I'm getting emotional just thinking about him. But he was probably the most influential man in my life, and he was really just a kind and caring person. And all of my memories are of him, of how hard he worked, and just how good his food was. Like, he would make a pot roast, and it tasted like it was the most expensive meal in the world, but it was super simple. He just knew how to balance the right amount of salt and the umami flavors, adding just the right amount of onions and garlic to it, and it was just, he was amazing, and it was almost effortless for him. Sadly, he died when I was quite young, so when I really became more experienced in the kitchen, I didn't get to have that time with him. But I remember coming home and my grandfather would always ask me, so what do you want to eat? And a lot of times it was something simple like eggs and rice. And but it was the most amazing eggs and rice because I don't know what it was, but there was something about the way he cooked that it was just special. And as I've gotten older, I realized what it was, and it was love. He loved us so much that when he cooked for us, he was transferring that feeling into his cooking. So he wanted to make it that it was so good that we enjoyed it. So for me, that's kind of where I get my mantra for cooking. My secret ingredient is love. That I'm going to pass on the love that I have into my food so that I'm sharing it with people. For instance, when we were in college, I would cook for a lot of my friends, and one of them told me, he said, experiencing your dishes or seeing you cook and how much joy you had in it, and just seeing how much everybody else enjoyed your cooking, that inspired me to go to culinary school. And for me, that was so touching, and it still sticks with me to this day that I inspired him to go to culinary school. I'm not classically trained in culinary arts, but I had a passion to share these dishes and to share my cooking with people. And I've been lucky enough that I've traveled to quite a few places. I've been to every continent except for Antarctica, over 45 countries, and over 100 cities around the world. And I've been introduced to some amazing cultures and dishes and flavors from these countries that I've visited. It's such a blessing and such a great experience to kind of be a part of that. And that's really when you kind of learn who these people are from around the world. I think food allows us to create bridges between cultures and countries, and it allows us to share ideas and to be more open to one another. And that's what I want to do. And I want to share with you the flavors and the food that I've experienced around the world. And I hope that I will inspire you to recreate some of the dishes I've made, try them at home, and share them with your family and friends. And I want you to let me know how it goes. So I hope that you'll like my channel, you'll subscribe, and you'll share.